What was the most porno situation you've ever had? One that I still kick myself for. I work as a gardener, so I'm halfway there already, but at one of my former sites there was an older woman who lived there. She was late 40s, early 50s, but had aged like a fine wine. Great body, lovely face, and an attractive personality that made you feel easy around her. She'd jokingly flirt all of the time too, which to then 21-year-old me had me real hot under the collars. One day I was using some rope for a job when she asked if I could help her move something heavy in her apartment. Me being the guy I am, agreed, so I went into her apartment with the rope still in hand. Moved the stuff for her, and she took notice of my rope, crossed her wrists over and said, "Oh, is that for me, sir?" or something like that, whilst giving me now what I know as the look. I chuckled but left the apartment, where I immediately realized that I had an opportunity to playfully ramp up the flirting and see where it went. I was young and inexperienced, but in hindsight she all but handed me a condom and I used it as a balloon to float away instead. Alright, your last sentence is just incredible. Years ago, my parents were not really happy with my sister after she came out as gay, so she wasn't invited to Thanksgiving. To support her, I went to her gay orphan's Thanksgiving with her friends instead of my parents. While there, I met this woman who I got along with really well, but I figured she was, well, a lesbian. Later, we were washing the dishes, and she says, "I think we're the only two straight people here." I go, "I think so." She says, "I think that means we have to fuck." We did. NGL. Gay orphans Thanksgiving sounds rad, and kudos for supporting your sister. Also, fuck your parents for disinviting her from goddamn Thanksgiving. My coworker came to my office and said, "Come with me." She starts leading me down to the basement where there's never any other people. Turns out she just needed me to carry something heavy. Oof. Better than getting murdered, mate. I lost my virginity working at a bar because my boss said to me, "Would you fuck that girl over there?" I said, "Yeah, for sure." And he said, "You're cut. Punch out and take her home." To which I had to really wonder if he was fucking with me. But no, he was not. Plot twist: boss didn't care about your love life, he just didn't want to pay you overtime. The boss paid a hooker for the shy boy. It was the boss's wife, and he was sick of her complaints about their sex life. Edit. 10K upvotes and a silver. I'd like to thank the Red Academy. When I worked in a restaurant in college, my kitchen manager would hook me up with the female servers like this. "Hey, would you bang April?" Quote, "Yeah, sure. Great. She's been asking about you. Go ask her out. You both have Friday off." Your kitchen manager's game was on point. Back when I delivered pizza, I was greeted at the door by a woman wearing the skimpiest of clothing, nearly completely see-through. I think she noticed that I was looking at her nipples, and she mentioned her and her husband were swingers. Asked me to come inside, but my anxious ass declined, so she just took off her top and gave me some cash. Reading this thread has made me realize how painfully boring my life is. In about 4 hours I'll be going to my pizza delivery job. I'm praying something like this happens. Update: it's busy as all hell tonight, and yet I have not even delivered to even one cutie. Delivered to an older man in boxer briefs though. Update 2. Welp, looks like my pizza boy and hot MILF fantasy will stay just that. Till next time. Spoiler, it won't. And if it does, the person won't be attractive in the slightest. I had a pest control guy come into my condo without really knocking when I was about 20 years old. I had just gotten out of the shower, so I was in only a bathrobe. I also had just done laundry, so all my delicates like bras, panties and lacy lingerie were hanging around to dry. I have no idea what that poor guy was thinking I was trying to do, but I swear I just didn't realize he was coming. Hopefully not on your clean delicates. We have a black leather couch in the office. My boss had one in his office until we started making vines parodying those types of porns. a while back was doing some physical therapy and walking back and forth in some parallel bars. It was me, male, my therapist, female, and a trainee who was shadowing her for a few weeks, male. She needed to check that my glutes were properly activating as I walked, and he needed the experience to know what to look for. So I was slowly walking back and forth while they shuffled along behind me, a hand on each of my ass cheeks. The situation was normal, professional enough until another therapist, female, walked into the room and sort of froze in surprise, trying not to laugh. It was hard to deny the ridiculousness of it after that. Asterisk, and then they fingered you. Asterisk. She needed to check. I've been gait training patients for a long time. I've never needed to check. But congrats on getting a double ass squeeze. A high school friend's parents were out of town for the weekend, so I was sleeping over at his house. He goes to bed early, but I'm not tired, so I'm downstairs watching TV. His sister, about a year younger, comes in and sits on the other side of the couch. I forget what movie we're watching, but there was a fashion show and all the models came out wearing nothing. Sister asks, do guys get hard watching stuff like this? I wasn't but started when she asked. I was still not exactly a confident high schooler, but she was cute and I felt relaxed around her. So I said something like, sometimes. Depends. Why? Do you get wet? Quote. She giggled but didn't say anything for a moment. Then she looked over me and asked if I was hard. I was a little scared that my friend would hear her walk in, but I knew he was upstairs and I was a horny teen. So I said, yeah, wanna see? Quote. She did. I showed her. Got a BJ. Ate her out. Good movie. You were watching Pret Porter. Ready to Wear. It's a very good film by director Robert Altman. Edit. Hey, thanks for the silver. This is my first awarded comment ever. Edit. Whoa, thanks for the gold. Our tip of my penis is leaking again. Edit. Heard it as soon as I said it. God damn it, you guys. Better get that checked, dude. Girl. Spread eagle on my bed in short shorts talking about how flexible she is. Me. Are you even paying attention? You asked me who David Attenborough was and I am showing you. PLS focus. Asterisk watches the human male fumbles his mating opportunity with a willing female. This will be an important lesson he will remember next mating season. Asterisk. My freshman year of college, a girl was going door to door in the dorms offering to give head for someone to do her chemistry homework. Never been so upset I didn't pay attention in high school chem. I had a similar situation except it was high school and the class was math. She asked if I would do her math assignment. I, being a 16-year-old male, said suck my dick. She countered with, you do my assignment, I'll have sex with you. I did her assignment, we had sex. I was barely passing math class. She got pissed cause I bombed her assignment, but beggars can't be choosers. Which did you do better, her or the assignment? Well, I passed the math class with a 53, so I'm really hoping I did her better. When my sister's French exchange student came to the UK to stay with us after she left university to help improve her English, one night after a few too many drinks she came into the bathroom while I was having a shower and everything went way better than expected. She took a shit while you showered. Nice. NICCCE. The foreign exchange student really pumps up the hot factor. Why did no one tell me when I was one sad face? Delivered pizza to a hotel where a drunken orgy was going on. Customer gestured to me. 19-year-old nerd girl. Mousy and unattractive. Then to the scene, which included a guy snorting coke off a stripper's back, and asked, wanna play? Quote. Turned him down because I was more concerned about paying rent. Also turned down his tip offer of a baggie of cocaine. He tipped me $50, though, so that was cool. I've heard drunken parties are the easiest way to get tips. They commonly give you money to keep quiet about the illegal things they do. Thanks for tip. Time to go tell my OL pal Reddit. But don't worry, Reddit keeps secrets. first sexual encounter was while camping out with two girls on New Year's Eve in a situation framed by a very basic and immature premise that ended in, well, you could just have sex with us instead. The real kicker: I lost my virginity like 7 years later. The night was hours of foreplay, oral and groping, but we refrained from actual sex as we didn't have protection. Upvote for restraint. What kind of restraints? The guy rope. Sex with female roommate. We had just started season 1 of Doctor Who. She found it boring and legit said, "This is boring, wanna fuck." Also prior to this she would walk around in thongs and bend over in front of me while doing laundry. And plenty of other random acts of accidentally doing stuff like this occurred. Do not shit where you eat. Ended up ruining everything a year later. As cool as it was, ruined our friendship and mutual friendships as well. How hot was she? How did you ruin the friendship? She was always attractive to me. It was one of those things where, you know your friend is hot, but you've only been friends so nothing ever happens. Except it actually happened in this case. And it's because she slowly started getting attached even though we were both seeing other people. Afterwards, basically cut each out of our lives and the mutual friends sorta disappeared with it. I was a cable guy. I didn't install at an apartment that turned out to be porn studio. They were interviewing a girl for a potential job, asking what sort of scenes she'd be open to doing. As I recall, she was into lesbian stuff and interracial, but not anal. Nothing happened. But in my mind I was thinking, I'm pretty sure this is how most 1980s porn scenes start. I could see that being a modern porn ad. Something like you're listening in on the interview, they leave and you come back saying you're there for the casting couch portion of the interview. You fuck on the couch and afterwards you sneak out the back door and the interviewers are wondering why she's suddenly naked. Scene. I received my first blowjob by a nurse in a hospital Restru Monsieur. She's now my wife. Edit. Well, didn't expect this to blow up. So more details for those asking. I wasn't a patient. I was a housekeeper on midnights. She was getting off her shift, and knew I was alone cleaning the surgery suites. She came and found me. I took her back to the staff restroom. A nice one with a shower. In the locker rooms, we made out, and the rest is history. Was she the head nurse? *edit. Thank you, kind strangers. Went to a friend's house party and ended up in a foursome with him, his girlfriend, and one of his girlfriend's girlfriends. I had way too much to drink though. So with that on top of the anxiety about the whole situation, I couldn't perform at all. I'm barely a twosome kind of guy, let alone a foursome. No idea how that whole thing happened. Greater than I'm barely a twosome kind of guy. I'm more of a handsome type of guy. *edit. Carrot blue, carrot up, carrot so, carrot fast, carrot. Damn right, you beautiful motherfucker. I'm a taxi driver and the hot lady passenger did not have money to pay me. So when she tried to run, he tackled her to the ground and she realized she was fucked. Fucked is a past tense term, monsieur. He hasn't even started yet. Was talking with a coworker at my office. I don't even recall what she said, but I responded with, "Ah, you suck." She looked at me slyly and said, "Yes. But do I swallow?" Quote. She did. Just goes to show that attractive girls can use the lamest pickup lines with great success. I invited a girl over to watch movies at my apartment. 30 minutes and she just turns to me and says, "I'm surprised we haven't fucked yet." That was my cue. Folks, the carpenter renovating my room thought I was gay. I'm a straight guy. We were alone in the house. I finished taking a shower and was only in my towel, and I innocuously analyzed his shirtless torso in all its glory, wondering what routine is he doing. In the game, monsieur, maybe I was staring too hard. He then approached me and tried to make out with me. I pushed him and laughed and said no. He said he thought I wanted to have sex with him with all the stares I was giving. Hi, monsieur. Lesson learned. To be more aware how I'm staring at people. What routine was he doing? He was into calisthenic stuff. #edit missed opportunity to say, me. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.